All right, folks, how's it going? I'm Greg Scott Bailey. Welcome back to my channel, and this is a follow-up video to the Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War trailer that dropped this morning. It is the second trailer that is out, official trailer. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little walkthrough. I'm going to comment on most. There's so much going on that I don't think I could really comment on everything. But I want to see if I can get through what I can and discuss any kind of speculation with this speculation, with knowledge of the comics, with knowledge of where things have been in other movies. If you don't want to be spoiled at all, my video is probably not for you. Just my spoilers might end up being speculation. I have no inside information, obviously. I'm just a lowly fan here. But I just want to warn everybody, watching my video means that I might spoil something for you with my speculation. So starting off here, it's really fun to see this little like rotate.
The entire time I knew him, he only ever had one goal.
Now, we have Gamora doing the initial voiceover narration of the trailer. Right here we see Bruce Banner and Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. I almost always say Scarlet Witch. It's just the Scarlet thing. I get names mixed up. But most importantly, I like seeing Rhodey. We have War Machine. We did see him in the previous trailer in Wakanda, so we know that he ends up there. We know that Banner and Black Widow end up in Wakanda. So the platform they're standing on, it could be anywhere. It could be in Wakanda. It could be one of Stark towers. It could be anywhere, really. So we don't really get too much from this. We just know they're looking up. So it's likely one of Thanos' ships is approaching. Oh, hell. One of the Quinjets could be dropping out the rest of the Avengers. So there's not much here.
To wipe out half the universe.
So the Sanctum Sanctorum in New York. This is, of course, where Doctor Strange is. And kind of in mixing with showing us the Sanctum Sanctorum, we're talking about Thanos wiping out half the universe. That it's been his goal all along, all his life, or at least all the time that Gamora has known Thanos. He's wanted to wipe out half the universe. So it's a nice end goal for a villain like Thanos, who is going to have his likely going to have his rhyme, his reason for that being a good thing. He probably thinks that he's doing the universe a favor, balancing the universe, and we'll hear that from him later.
If he gets all the Infinity Stones.
So we've seen him input the Infinity Stones in the last trailer. That's nice. We could see Gamora just do that snap fingers. We know that she's having a narration probably when they pick up Thor. Thor and the Guardians probably have a moment where they realize they're after the same thing here. Thanos is he is a threat.
Tell me his name again.
That needs to be taken care of.
Thanos.
I don't think those two scenes are interconnected, but it certainly is possible. I don't know if Gamora really is talking to Tony Stark. So this is nice. Thanos taking off the helmet. Marvel Studios logo, just reminding us what we're watching. Of course, the cool thing about seeing Thanos with his helmet, with his armor, he doesn't need armor. I mean, he's Thanos, but there is something about seeing the character in his gear that we know from the comics that it makes it just really a nice homage, a nice treat for us fans. So I think it's kind of neat to go ahead and see that. So Spider-Man, we saw that he left the bus that he was on the first trailer, so we know that him and the school kids. So I don't know if he does something to distract them from seeing him climb out the window and then put his mask on. I just don't know. But this is real sweet. Nice little skip across the water. I like this. So Tony converts his legs into a jet propulsion. A couple people were making fun of that on a couple other videos I was watching. I like it. You know, someone said it's a mermaid. Now that I said it, some of you will probably won't be able to unsee that. But I think Tony learned something from his experience in the first Avengers movie where he had to go through the wormhole. He needed to be able to combine his thrusters to go faster if he needed to. Now, again, this is comic books. This is movies. he can handle the G forces because it's a comic book, it's a movie, it's within the universe of this, so I'm okay with that. The one advantage he's coming to us line, I really like that because yeah, it reminds everybody he's coming to Earth. Eye of Agamotto, so we remember that this is an Infinity Stone. This is one of them that Thanos is going to be coming after. Now, I'm worried that the Eye of Agamotto does get taken right away. And the scenes that we saw where Banner comes crashing through the Sanctum Sanctorum, I'm wondering if some of the Black Order has already broken into there, or if they're in New York to get the Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange. And that's one of the battle scenes we saw where they're in the street with Tony Stark. So it certainly is possible that they get at least the Eye of Agamotto in this movie, because it's scary. One of the things that we have to think about is a quick, easy way out is using the Eye of Agamotto, go back in time, and with the knowledge of what's going to happen, try to then change things. People are going to get killed, so reverse time and make them alive again, so that you can prevent them from getting killed. I think that's a possibility. However, I really am hoping that they do something like in the comics where somebody else will get the Infinity Gauntlet. If they do wipe out half the population of the universe in movie 3 or movie 4, that I have no qualms against someone using the gauntlet to bring that half of the universe back to life, to reverse that. I have no big issues with if they do the time travel type thing. If Doctor Strange restarts us and the fourth movie is actually doing it again from a different angle, I'm worried that fans will get upset with that kind of action, that kind of way of handling this. So that's really my only worry as far as that goes.
Thanos wants, so that's what we use.
So Vision and Scarlet Witch again. We know Wakanda. God, I love look. So Black Panther. We have Okoye. Is that Danae Guerrera? And then we're gonna see Shuri. Or maybe this is Shuri off to the left here. But yeah, so look in the background here. We have in the very back, I see Vision. We see Banner. We see Rhodey. And if you look on Rhodey's legs, he does have enhancements. So he still has an issue, but he has enhancements for walking when he's out of the War Machine armor. And then obviously we have Captain America and Black Widow working together. And right behind Black Widow, I believe that's Falcon. God, this is awesome. And Shuri. Let's see if I can rewind it real quick. So Shuri, what is she holding up there? Is she showing like some of the, is it a nebula? Is it some of the vibranium ore in a smaller scale? Could the vibranium ore contain the Soul Stone? Where is the Soul Stone? The Russo brothers had actually posted, where is the Soul Stone hashtag? So that's really cool that they're doing that. And let's go forward here. Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
The humor is perfect. And what's really great is we not only have Tony Stark, we have oh my gosh, Star-Lord. We have Star-Lord Peter Quill and Spider-Man right there in a moment where they're going to have a dialogue session. What's going to be great is you have Drax right here. You know he's going to have some sort of dry comment along with this, and Tony Stark's just gonna be like, "Wow, I'm out of my vocal category, or out of my limit." You know, he's just gonna have this moment where he's just like out of his league as far as like the quips and everything like that. I don't know, maybe not out of his league, but I really like it. It's a really fun moment to see all these characters that we've seen elsewhere come together. That's really the culmination of this movie.
Wow.
All right, once again, we see Wakanda. We see everybody prepping for battle. Now, Hulkbuster armor, it's a little bit upgraded and changed a little bit. I think it's a little bit sleeker looking. A lot of people are talking, and this is speculation, we think that Bruce Banner is actually the one using the Hulkbuster armor. Chances are they called Veronica. Again, Veronica distributes the pieces for the Hulkbuster armor. And so We'll comment a little bit more on that here in a moment.
The end is near.
See Rocket. Now right here we see Thor calling some lightning. Now I can't tell if did he have a. You can't see, and they might be purposefully holding it off camera. I'm wondering if he gets or creates Stormbringer, his other hammer that we've seen. It's the hammer and axe kind of look that we saw mostly in the Ultimates version, or he's just calling lightning himself. But the ship he's on, this might be like after the Guardians rescue him, because we know that from Comic-Con footage, we know the Guardians come across his body in the first trailer, and he's like, "Who the hell are you guys?" Chances are that the whole Ragnarok situation of saving everybody from oh shoot, where are they from? Asgard. Saving all the Asgardians might have been for naught. I feel like Loki is going to give Thanos the Tesseract, the Cosmic Cube, that stone. I think he's going to give it to Thanos to say, "Please spare my brother, spare the Asgardians, and I will get in here. I will give you this as a token of my." Thanos is probably going to say, "You were supposed to give it to me in the first place." He's probably going to kill Loki and kill all the Asgardians, and Thor is going to get ejected from the ship somehow. Excuse me, somehow. And I think on top of that, Valkyrie's going to either escape or be captured. Heimdall's going to be escaped or captured. I worry that like all the Asgardians are going to get killed. And this might be where it comes into play that somebody later with the Infinity Gauntlet is going to bring everybody back to life. And again, it's like that. I don't mind if that happens, but the stakes are still here because obviously in a story like this, the big bad is going to do something big bad, and the heroes have to stop big bad thing from happening. Or if he does the big bad, what can we do to fix it? We're along for this journey. We're going to see all these characters go through all of this. So, Groot, teenage Groot. Now, it looks like this the little ship that was in it's not little, but the ship that was in New York ends up in Wakanda with all the other ships here that are probably part of Thanos' fleet, and they probably take the ship down and it crashes into something in Wakanda here. Or maybe they're trying to take out part of Thanos' equipment.
When I'm done,
Thanos in armor, but I think this is a flashback scene. Because I think I don't think he's gonna have his armor when he's on Earth. But it's still nice to see him in his armor. Little hand, little green hand. This has got to be Gamora in a flashback scene. That's why I think the previous scene with him in the armor and this scene are connected together, and I think it's a flashback scene.
if humanity will still exist.
So he says, "When I'm done, half of humanity will still exist." I think the wording there, I think what they're trying to convey is he's trying to reason to the people that are fighting. It's like, look, half of humanity is still going to be there. I just want to wipe out half the universe. I'm trying to balance the universe. So the scary part here is we see not the gauntlet hand, but the plain bare hand of Thanos is just toying with Thor by the head. That's just so freaky watching him scream. Whew. Okay, so right here we see Loki. He has one weapon being trained on him, but the Black Order are surrounding him. So I really do think that, again, he probably gives up the Tesseract. He probably is telling Thanos, "Please spare my brother." And so Thanos probably ejects him off the ship and then tells Loki, "But you were supposed to give this to me back in our viewing, Avengers 1, and kills Loki. I'm pretty sure Loki's going to die. What I'm really hoping on John Campia's YouTube channel, I highly recommend going to his channel too. Great analysis, great inside information on what he knows about the movies in the industry, but great speculation more so. I say inside information, just don't take that with like he knows everything. he himself tries to explain. He hears things, he speculates things too. So it's good to watch his analysis. But one of the things that one of his viewers brought up, and one of the things he talked about, was it's very possible that we really hope that Loki goes out basically like a warrior. I am a son of Odin. I am a son of Laufey. I am Loki. I am a god, and that he takes out one or two of the Black Order, or he just basically knocks them around. We show that he's really tough. But then, of course, there's a chance that Thanos goes, okay, I'm tired of this, and he takes out Loki by himself. So it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. I'm really hoping. I don't want a character to die, but I want them to go out fighting. Like, I want Loki to have his due. And I think that one of the things about his character is we've seen him from Thor to Avengers to going forward. We've seen his character grow. And as fans, I think we've also kind of helped that a little bit. We've shown that we want to see Loki grow. We like his mischievousness, and we like the fact that he might be a mischievous person and he was misguided at first. But this is where we do want to see a villain turn into the anti-hero and to turn into someone that we support, because we can see that misguiding. We want to see someone get turned in a legitimate way to good, or at least do a good thing and save people in their own way. So it's just really nice to kind of see that, and I feel like this is where he's going to go out. I think he's going out in the beginning of the movie, and Thanos gets the Tesseract, the stone and the Tesseract from him. Right here. He crushes it, and he probably removes the ingot, and puts it in the gauntlet. Everybody prepping for war.
Perfectly.
Shields are up. So it's great to see that it's just going to be some chaotic fighting. We saw Scarlet Witch there, prepping for battle. This is really freaky. Is it Eben Maw, one of the Black Order? I think he is having some sort of mind or psychological battle with Doctor Strange, some sort of mystic battle. One of the other speculations people were talking about is chances are, like him waking up with the hands, all the pins and needles in his hands. Now he's got pins and needles, in his psyche is what I think is going on here. That's so freaky. Yeah, Eben Maw. So this moment right here, let me skip back. So we see the Hulkbuster armor get taken down by a bunch of the minions here. Now these are not Chitauri, these are other minions, multiple armed minions. This is why I think Bruce Banner is inside the armor. I think he wants to, as best as he can, not change into the Hulk again. He wants to avoid changing into the Hulk. I'm really hoping that if it's Bruce Banner, we get a real nice, like, he changes into the Hulk, he bursts out, and then we have the Hulk wrecking shop at this point. So it'd be really nice to see this.
I hope they remember you.
That's a real nice line. I hope they remember you. There's a little bit of honor in Thanos. You see him, again, I'm wiping out half the universe. I'm trying to balance things. You don't understand. And then I hope they remember you. So him saying, he's fighting people that are fighting valiantly. And so there is kind of really that nice little bit of honor, I feel, in Thanos. It just gives that much more weight to the character. So we see Tony here. We see part of his armor is coming off. So he has more of a armor that is becoming similar to what he gave Peter for the Iron Spider outfit. It's armor that is staying on top of the body, but it probably got ripped off of him. It's just so freaky. This okay, so this right here, we know in the comics there's a moment that Captain America has with Thanos. And he has a line where he says, as long as there is always someone to oppose you, you will never have victory. And I have a feeling we're going to have that moment here. Now let's look on the gauntlet. 1, 2, 3 slots missing. I believe that is the Tesseract. And this right here, I believe that is the stone we saw in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, which leads me to believe that he does take out Xandar. And that's kind of scary. If he takes out Xandar and he takes out the entire Nova Corps, that is real freaky. So that I'm really hoping that that's not the case. But holy cow! So we'll see what happens there. But this whole moment with Steve Rogers, Captain America, possibly Nomad in this movie, having to stop Thanos, and Thanos just does this look like, like you're actually trying. You're actually trying to stop me. What a what an interesting person. You're actually trying. So it's really interesting to see this happen, because you not only see the character in Thanos, you see even against someone that has two stones of the Infinity Stones, against Thanos, Captain America is still trying. It is just so intense, and I love it so much. Oh, so there we have it, and we got a little stinger here at the end here that we'll comment on.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. Then I am Spider-Man.
And a nice little bit of action, Spider-Man going through the wreckage. Gotta love it. April 27th, get tickets now, Fandango. And of course, this is on Marvel Entertainment's official YouTube channel that I watched this on. I'd highly recommend, if you haven't been there, head to their YouTube channel and give them a thumbs up and support as well. So the nice little stinger at the end here, it's nice to see a little bit of the comedy in there, because we can't take it all completely serious. We have to have a little bit of humor. We got to ride that emotional wave, and I think they did a good job in this trailer of doing that. We have the serious tones, we have the comedic timing. It's just really wonderful. So I'm very excited. I do not have my tickets yet, like everybody else. I have to wait till next payday. But I'm definitely grabbing the tickets to this as soon as I can. Let me know your comments, your thoughts, your speculations. Post them in the comments below. Let's get a dialogue going here. What did you think about this trailer? What do you speculate is going to happen in the movie? If you saw some information elsewhere. Oh, real quick. No Hawkeye, no Ant-Man. Real quick, I'm going to comment on that. So Hawkeye, there's an article out. The Russo brothers say that he is on a mission. Now, I'm going to speculate this. I have nothing to say, or nothing to back this up at all. But I'm going to speculate that Hawkeye is actually going to get Captain Marvel. He is on a mission to get Captain Marvel. Now, whether it's Nick Fury and Hawkeye, or it's just Hawkeye himself that's on a mission, I feel that that's what they're going to do. And I feel bad because in the first movie, Jeremy Renner's character, Hawkeye, got reduced to a zombie working for Loki, for the bad guy. In the second movie, though, he got a little bit of retribution because he actually got to show everybody, like, look, I have a bow, I have an arrow, we're fighting these robots that are almost indestructible. This city is flying, this is crazy. I love that moment because he actually shows us that he knows he is just a human being with some adept skill at aim. He could aim really well, but we see this moment where it is, he is out of his league when it comes to these big, huge situations. But so Scarlet Witch, Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. So's Black Widow. She's just someone that has a really good skill set as a spy, as a assassin, and we're seeing them in a situation here where they have to fight beings from another world. But we saw them hold their own in the first Avengers movie, and we did see them hold their own in Avengers 2, in Age of Ultron. But I worry that we might get a moment again where we might not get much Hawkeye in this movie, but we might get him on a mission to get Captain Marvel, and if that's the case, there's a possibility that on his mission, we might see him get some more character-driven moments versus action. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. We'll see what happens here. But Ant-Man, I think we're saving Ant-Man for Giant Man. I think Giant Man's going to come into play in some of these battles. But it is just really interesting. It's possible that they are not showing him much because he may not actually be in the movie much at all. And they might save him for Avengers 4. and we will find out what happens in Ant-Man and the Wasp. There's all sorts of characters in this movie. We can't expect to see them all, but it is super awesome that the Russo brothers, that Marvel, Kevin Feige, that we have culminated to Avengers Infinity War, to this showdown with Thanos. We have all these characters that are in it in the first place. We have Spider-Man in it. Sony and Marvel reached an agreement. We have Spider-Man in an Avengers movie, let alone the Captain America movie. So this is great. So once again, let me know your comments below. Let me know your thoughts on the trailer, your speculations, where you think the movie's going to go. We'll get a dialogue and discussion going on that. I'm Greg Scott Bailey. Thanks for stopping by my channel. And as always, we will see you on the next adventure. Bye-bye.